All right, so today we're going to learn the B major scale. So if you remember your circle of fifths that we've done so far, we go around the circle of fifths. We have C major, which has no sharps or flats. We go a fifth up from C. We get G major, which has one sharp, which is F sharp. After that, we have D major, which gives us two sharps, F sharp and C sharp. And then we have A major, which gives us three sharps, F sharp, C sharp, and G sharp. And then E major, which gives us four sharps, F sharp, C sharp, G sharp, and D sharp, and that brings us to B major. So B major is a different scale from those first five scales in that it has what I like to call VW fingering. And so the way that works is, if you remember your fingering, right, our thumbs are 1, our pointer finger is 2, middle finger is 3, ring finger is 4, and pinky is 5, okay? So VW, these are V's, and these are W's. So finger 2, finger 2 and finger 3, that's your V, and fingers 2, 3, and 4, that's your W. Now the reason why we do VW fingering is for the scale we have 5 sharps, and those 5 sharps are F sharp, C sharp, G sharp, D sharp, and the new sharp is A sharp, okay? So, because we go around our circle of fifths, right, we went from C to G to D, right, to A, to E, and then now to B, okay? So, a V, these two fingers, is going to be a set of 2 black keys. So if we look at the keyboard, we're going to have all 5 black notes for this scale. So anytime you play a set of 2 black notes, right? Here, here. You're going to use your V fingering, okay? And anytime you play a set of 3 black notes, so here, 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 okay? You're going to use your W fingering. So V's and W's, okay? And so that kind of dictates how we're going to start the scale too. So I'm going to just play it real quick and then I'll demonstrate what I'm doing. So I'll explain what I'm doing. So we're going to start on a B natural, and we're going to play our first 2 notes after that is going to be a V shape because it's 2 black notes. So we go thumb on B, and then C sharp, and then D sharp. That's our V. And then thumb under to the next note in the scale, which would be E, and then you're going to do a W. So you're going to do 2, 3, 4, that's my W. And then if I'm going to end the scale with 1 octave, I'm just going to end on my pinky. And come back down. Here's my W, thumb, V, thumb. So we start on our thumb. We have a V, thumb, W, pinky. Okay, and we'll talk about 2 octaves in just a minute. Okay, but that's the basic fingering, okay? A good way to practice that is to do what's called blocking it. So you can block that by playing your thumb by itself, and then play your V together, and then play the next thumb, and play your W together. So I'll show you what I mean. So you're going to do thumb on B. Now we're going to block the V. We're going to play both V notes together. C sharp and D sharp. Play them together. Thumb under to E, W, okay, and then pinky. Back down, W, thumb, V, thumb. Okay, so we get the B major in the right hand, B major scale. Everyone seems to shy away from B major, F sharp major, and C sharp major because of how many black notes, how many sharps they have. But honestly, I think they're kind of easy because of that pattern. If you can remember the V and the W pattern, I think it makes it much easier. Okay, let's look at the left hand real quick. So the left hand's different. Because we have to start with a V, we're not going to start on our pinky like we would have started on C major. Instead, we're going to start on our ring finger or our 4th finger because we have to have the 2 fingers ready, these 2 fingers, for our V, our 2nd finger and our 3rd finger. So we start on our 4th finger. So we go 4, 3, 2. That's my V. Thumb on E. Now over with your 4th finger, which gives you the W. Here's our W. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, and we're going to come back down. 2, 3, 4. That's my W. 1, V, 4. So together we get W, thumb. Back down. W, thumb, V, fourth finger. Okay? And you can block it also. You can say, there's my B with my fourth finger because I need my V ready to go. I can't start with pinky because now I'm going to have 4 and 3. That doesn't work. So, and then you're going to run out of fingers. You're going to have your thumb on a black key. We always try to avoid putting our thumbs on black notes when we play scales. Okay, so 4, block the V, thumb on E, block the W, thumb. Back down, W, thumb, V, 4. Okay, so it's good to block these scales as practice, okay, before you actually try to play them. One more thing we'll touch on and then we'll be done. When you're going to do more than one octave, you can't end on your pinky. So if we go back to the right hand for a minute, here's my V, thumb under, W. Now, if we're going to do another octave, instead of ending on our pinky, we're going to put our thumb under and keep going. V, and then it's the same thing again. Thumb, let's move this so you can see it. W. Now we end on our pinky. And then you can come back down. Okay, now if you were going to do more than 2 octaves, you just keep putting your thumb under for the B. And then likewise in the left hand, it's kind of the same thing. So I'll start with my fourth finger down here. Here's my V, thumb, W, thumb. Now here it's easy. We're just going to put our V over and keep going. V, thumb, W, thumb. And back down, W, thumb, V, thumb, W, thumb, V. And when you do them together, you can practice blocking them. As many octaves as you want. Coming back down. And then you can put the whole scale together. Keeping your fingers nice and curled and your wrists nice and level. Okay? And that's the B major scale. That's how we do that. And you'll be happy to know that the G flat or F sharp major scale and C sharp or D flat major scale use the same fingering, that VW fingering. So I think that makes the pattern, learning the pattern makes it much easier to learn those scales.